Welcome all of you to this channel Kote, and before cover today's topic I will thankful all of them those are seeing my previous video and gives lot of responses and love, and many students asked me to make a video on core Python programming because Python is most popular programming languages used by many IT sectors. So in today's video I will cover the core Python programming part 1 and I will share the next parts in future. So I request all of you to subscribe this channel so that we will see the next part of video in future. If you like this video, then share with your friends and don't hate to subscribe my channel. And without wasting any time, let's start this video. This topic is core Python programming part 1, written by me Gyananjan Mishra, Department of Computer Science Engineering. Then here the popularity graph of Python from the development of Python program to till now. Python is most popular programming languages. Then coming to the content part, we will cover the chapter 1, Introduction to Python. In this chapter we will cover Python and features of Python, execution of the Python program, viewing the bytecode, flavors of Python, Python's virtual machine, frozen binaries, memory management in Python. Here memory management in Python is an important question in any interviews or any IT sector job. Then come to the next point, garbage collection in Python, comparison between C and Python, and comparison between Java and Python. Then the last part is points to remember. In this part we will see the important key points of chapter 1. Then coming to the Python, this is downloaded from the official website www.python.org.com, and this is the official logo of Python. And coming to the first point, Python is a popular programming language. Many students have some doubt that what is programming language. Programming language is a intermediate between the human and the computer, because computer cannot understand the human languages, so that we can use the programming languages. There are many programming languages available in the market. Python is one of them. Then coming to the next part is developed by Judo Van Newsom in 1991. This is the simply history of Python. Then coming to the Python is a object oriented programming languages. It is also contain the functional oriented concept. And coming to the next part, it offers classes and objects like Java, because Java is object oriented programming languages. So Python covers the concept of classes and objects. Then coming to the features of Python, the first part is simple. How it is simple? See here. When you read a Python program, we feel like reading simple English sentences. It means more clarity and less stress on understanding the syntax of the language. Hence, developing and understanding the program will become easy. And the second thing is easy to learn. Python uses very few keywords. Its program uses very simple structure, so developing a Python program will become easy. I'll give an example so that you can understand these 2 points, simple and easy to understand. Here I will write two type of codes, that is the sum of two number by Java and sum of two number by Python. What is the difference here? In Java we will write more number of codes and it is also a time consuming job, but in Python we will write few number of codes for that problem, and so that we will use less time, and here the error chance is less, but here the error chance is more. Without using a class and object you cannot write a Java code, but without any classes you can use the Python code, and object is also available in Python. Here every line of code is terminated by a semicolon, but there is no semicolon available in Python, so that it become easy to understand and it's a simple structure, so that many students use it or many working people use it. Then coming to the next point, Python is open source. How it is open source? See there. There is no need to pay for Python software. It can be freely downloaded from its official website. Its source code can be read or modified and can be used in the program as desired by the programmer. Then coming to high level languages, programming languages are of two types, that is high level and low level languages. A low level languages uses machine code instruction to develop programs. These machine codes are directly interact with CPU. Machine language and assembly language are the perfect example of low level languages. But in the other hand, high level languages are used the simply English language to the develop of the program. Java, Python, PHP, COBOL are the examples of high level languages. Then coming to the next thing, it is dynamically typed language. That means in Python there is no need to declare anything. An assignment statement binds a name to an object and the object can be of any type. Example, a equals to 10. Here no need to declare the data type of the variable a. In the Python, PVM take care such type of issues. Then coming to the next thing is platform independent. When a Python program is compiled by the Python compiler, it generates a bytecode. These bytecodes are represent a fixed set of instructions that run on all the operating systems and hardware. Using PVM, anybody can run this bytecode on any software or any operating system. Hence, this is not dependent on any operating system. We can say that it is a platform independent. And coming to the next thing is Python is portable. How it is portable? Because when a program gives the same results on any operating systems or any computer in the world, that is called portable. Then coming to the procedure and object oriented, Python have both the concept of functions and object and class. Then here is the node. In the node part, the first is what is the object. An object is anything that is exists physically in the world and have some attributes or some behaviors represented by their attributes and actions. The attributes are represented by variables and actions are represented by functions. Then coming to what is class, class is only an abstract idea which represents common behavior of several objects. It is also available, it also have variables and functions like object. Then this is the simply example to describe what is class and what is object. See here, dog has here dog is a class and it have some attributes, that is height, weight, age and color. And here dog has some actions also, that is barking, biting, eating and running. So that all these attributes are known as variables, and here all these attributes all these actions are known as the functions. Here Coco is a name of a dog, so that Coco is exists physically, so that we can say that Coco is a object and dog is a animal's name, so that dog is not exist physically, so it is a class. Coco is a object of dog class, and here this is some attributes of Coco, and these attributes are represented by some variables, and this is the some actions by Coco, and this is represented by some functions or methods. I hope you can understand the difference between what is class and object. Here Coco is exist physically in the real world, so that it is a object, but dog is not exist physically, but also dog is the class of here Coco. Dog is animal's name, or so that it is a class. Then coming to the extra features of Python, Python is also interpreted. Python compiler is not sufficient for the final output. Python uses the interpreter inside the PVM, so it is a interpreted language. Then coming to the next part, it is extensible, that the programs are piece of code written in C, C++ can be integrated into Python and executes by the PVM. Example, Python is useful to integrate a Java into Python and run on JVM. Then coming to the next point, embeddable. What is embeddable? You can insert the Python into other program and run on their compiler. It is the opposite of extensible. Then coming to the huge library. Python have a huge library which can be used on any operating systems. Programmers can easily develop programs using the modules available in the Python. Then coming to the scripting languages, those languages which does not use the compiler for the execution of the code, source code, that is called as scripting languages. Then coming to the next point, database connectivity. Python provides interfaces to connect with databases like Oracle, MySQL. Then coming to the next point, it is scalable. How the Python is scalable? Here, a programmer is said to be scalable if it is could be moved to other operating systems and take the full advantage of that environment in terms of the performance. Example, Python. Because Python is a platform independent, it can take the advantage of any operating system in the world, so that it is scalable. Then coming to batteries included in the Python library, there exist several small packages which is used and motioned easily. No need to download extra packages for many cases. These libraries are called batteries included. Here is the some important batteries included packages, that is argparse is a package that represents command line parsing library. Then coming to the second, Boto is a Amazon Web Service library, AWS library. etc.I is an object oriented HTTP framework. And coming to the fourth, Funa reads and writes big data files. Then NumPy is a package for processing arrays and arrays of single or multidimensional type. And Pandas is a package for powerful data structure for data analysis and time series and statistics. Then coming to the Matplotlib is the package for drawing the electronic circuits and 2D graphs. And Pillow is a Python imaging library. Then Scrapy is a scientific library to do scientific and engineering calculations. And Spinix is the Python documentation generator. And wlib is the library for web related functions. And SumPy is a package for computer algebra system in Python. Thanks for watching. I hope you will be enjoy this video. I'll be share the next part in future, so I request all of you to subscribe this channel. If you like this video, then share with your friends. Thank you all of you.